1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Prime Minister is visiting Dasu Dam today to review its construction work. National Assembly was told today that oil prices in Pakistan are lowest in the region. In India, suicide rate among farmers has risen by 40% after Modi became Prime Minister. United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has warned of rise in violence in Afghanistan after withdrawal of the US troops. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan is visiting Dasu Dam today to review its construction work. On the occasion, the Prime Minister will also talk to foreign engineers and workers engaged with the project. Phase 1 of Dasu Dam will be completed by 2025, which will add 2,160 megawatts of electricity to the national grid. This capacity will increase to 4,320 megawatts with the completion of its second phase by 2029. Work on Dasu Dam has been accelerated by the present government as per the vision of Prime Minister Imran Khan to ensure better utilization of country's water resources. Despite COVID-19, work on the project is continuing by adhering to the SOPs. National Assembly resumed its session at the Parliament House in Islamabad this morning with Speaker Asad Khaisar in the chair. Minister for Energy Hamad Azhar said the oil prices in Pakistan are lowest in the region. He said we have brought down the petroleum development levy to 2%. The minister said that the figures given by PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari on poverty and unemployment are full of contradictions. He reminded the PPP chairman that the inflation rate in their era was much higher than the present 8.50%. Hamad Azhar said the country's economy has entered into the growth phase with foreign exchange reserves standing at 6 years high and current account deficit in surplus. Referring to the bumper crops of wheat and sugarcane and maize, he said the benefit of this directly reached the farmers as we ensure that they get the due price of their produce. Taking part in the Senate debate, Special Assistant on Poverty Alleviation Dr. Sania Nishtar said there is no new tax on salaried class and minimum wage has been fixed at 20,000 rupees. She said unprecedented facilities have been provided to industry in the budget. She said 260 billion rupees have been allocated for Ehsaas program. Dr. Sania said 100% utilization of funds was made in budget 2019-2020, whereas 97% utilization of funds was observed in current fiscal year. The special assistant said stipend for the poor has been increased to 13,000 per family. She said total number of enrolled families have been increased from 7 million to 10 million. Speaking on the occasion, Maulana Abdul Ghafoor Haidari said minimum wage announced in the budget is not enough. He demanded to declare Balochistan as backward area and take action on emergency basis to bring it at par with other areas. Senator Mushtaq Ahmad was of the view that the current budget is based on assumptions. Suicide rate among Indian farmers has risen by 40% after Modi became Prime Minister in 2014. In their interviews in New Delhi, political experts and analysts said India has some of the highest farmer suicide rates in the world, but the trend has increased since Narendra Modi came to power. They said India has been witnessing dreadful condition of farmers since many years, but the Modi's agricultural reforms had added to farmers' woes across the country. The political experts and analysts said Modi-led fascist Indian government is considered as the most anti-farmer regime in India's history. They maintain that tens of thousands of Indian farmers have been protesting in Delhi's borders since November last year against controversial agricultural laws introduced by BJP-led government. The BJP government failed to address genuine grievances of farmers and their reservations against these black laws. United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees Filippo Grandi has warned of rise in violence in Afghanistan after withdrawal of the US troops. In an interview, he stressed that international military interventions could not be expected to carry on forever to ensure stability, and the United Nations is planning to combat the situation after withdrawal of forces from Afghanistan. In Iran, voting for the presidential election is underway. About 59 million people are eligible to vote in presidential elections. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News.